Steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I will be on here for like a cap of an hour because I have small group tonight. So I got to go see the fellas, talk to the fellas. You know, I missed service yesterday because I was doing Saints work. Anyways, covering the NFL. We'll do it. I'm just going to be reacting to some stuff today. Some things that people have been talking about and all of that stuff. You might not care about it if you are a subscriber, because I talk mostly about like sports on here and hip hop. Or if you're a new person, you might care because this is like trending and stuff. So yeah, this is called "I Married a Monster." This lady's name is Isis. Apparently, she's like known as the trophy wife on social media. So she like branded herself as a trophy wife and talked about marrying an older man with some money so she could be cool and all that stuff, and be settled for life because she doesn't care about looks, she cares about money. And if you married a rich old man, then all your problems will be solved. Apparently not, because in this video she's crying. I think she said something about him taking advantage of their daughter or her daughter as well in this. And what else? This is the first time I've ever heard of this lady. This entire drama is kind of like, it reminds me of I forgot the dude's name, but the Christian couple where they had the meme of like he's holding her hand in her lap and they eventually broke up and stuff like that. And then she started wearing normal clothes and everybody's like, oh, she's pretty when she wears normal clothes. It reminds me of that situation. I feel like there's a cycle with social media of like what trends, and this is just like the latest. This is kind of like the Who Did I Marry series on the lady on TikTok who has like an entire movie series on it and stuff now. There was something else I wanted to say about this. Oh, yeah. This is actually kind of commendable. I want to say that off top. This is kind of commendable because it's like, I feel like suffering, pain, grief, trauma, pain, like all that stuff, all of the above is a part of life, right? And it's like a lot of us do it for free. So I'm saying that right now because I came in before the video into an ad, and I'm sure I'm going to come across like 3 more ads in this video. I'm like, why not get paid for suffering? Why not get paid for crying? Why not get paid for grief? I mean, if people are going to exploit my pain and my trauma and all of these things in my life as a public figure or whatever the case, as an artist or creative, why not make money off of it? A lot of times when I'm sad, I'm so sad, I don't even want to post. I don't want to show my face on the camera because I don't have it in me. But salute to the people who can be sad and cry, wipe off a tear and turn on the camera and put it on the internet for millions of people to see. Because those are the ones getting paid. All right, here we go. Anyways.
Hi, trophies.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be mature. All right.
Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you hear any noise in the background, that's the new baby.
Not the new baby.
A lot has happened since the last time that I recorded. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my 2nd trimester, and yeah, I think I did post an update in the community section when the baby was born. And I said that I would be back soon. And that was a few months ago now. I thought that when I came back on here that it would be to maybe do like some kind of newborn favorites or meet my new baby or something like that. But unfortunately, it's been a little over a month since I had to end up leaving my husband.
Just built different. I'm just built different. I'm just built different.
Okay, so as we see here, she did say that it's been a month. My original thought was she like it just happened now, and she jumped in front of the camera and did it. A month. I feel a little more sincerity here, but
I honestly don't even really know where to start with this, just because it's just such a hard topic. And I honestly thought that by the time I got on here that I wouldn't have any tears left because I've just cried so much. It's like I built this channel and this whole brand around being this man's wife and trying to teach other women how to attract good men and provider men and all these different things. And I truly held my husband or saw him as the bar for what every woman should, type of man that or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And I didn't realize that the person I married was actually going to be my biggest nightmare. So basically, when I first met my husband, as I've already talked about in another video, I think it was my single mom video, I explained, a little bit about how we met. And I really thought that that man was my Prince Charming. So when I first met my husband, I thought that he was my Prince Charming. I thought that he was my knight in shining armor, and
meal ticket. Don't forget to say meal ticket.
he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous Christian man. And I believed him. I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about, I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like. But I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past. It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things. I don't even know where to start. 6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and
This is a real B&H birthday story.
All right.
We've been known for our customer service since 1973.
We haven't even gotten into the we're halfway through the video and she still hasn't even said anything. I think off top what I would say, I think the big story here is you know, don't marry somebody that you don't want. I feel like, you know, marriage is a very complicated thing. It might seem simple, but it is kind of a complicated thing because it is a business deal and it is something that has to make sense on so many levels beyond just can you live with the person? Can you exist with this person and not be so annoyed that you're out, that you check out? But it's also like, you know, finances. If this person has so and so debt, do you love them to the point where it's like, oh, I'll inherit that debt? Like there's so much that goes into marriage and things of that sort. Like if I marry this person and we have children and I'm the breadwinner of the family and we split up and they end up getting custody, I'm gonna end up having to pay how much more money for the rest of my life, or at least until all the kids are 18. There's so much that goes into it. Still, at the end of the day, I think at the base kind of level, the bare minimum should always be, do I like this person? Because you know, if you like somebody and they let you down, like it's oh, okay, yeah, that's terrible and everything like that. Oh, it's life, you know, it's heartbreak. At least you gave it a try. When you don't like somebody and then they break your heart and hurt you, then it's like I didn't even want you. And now you feel, you know what I'm saying? Now you feel stupid. So I don't know. I feel like the prime lesson here is don't marry someone you don't like.
I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And
Yeah. Yeah. What up, Sahi? I ain't at basketball yet. I ain't at basketball yet, bro. I'm gonna I'm gonna get to it later. You can watch the replay. It's probably gonna be about 20 minutes before I get to basketball. But that's hilarious. All right, bet.
immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy.
I will say no one deserves that type of just being betrayed, backstabbed, all of the words. Nobody deserves that. Like this is unfair. This is really sad at the end of the day. I don't even know if I want to give another side of that because I feel like if I do give another side, then it just sounds like I'm throwing out everything I just said. So I guess I'll leave it at. Yeah, I do want to say this. I do want to say one thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do think it's interesting. You married an older gentleman who married you a very very much younger woman for the sole purpose of this man had money. And now, when an older man that already showed you he was kind of off and even dating and marrying you, if I'm 70 and I marry a 30-year-old, bro, you don't think nothing's off with that? You don't think nothing's wrong with that? If I'm 60 and I'm marrying a 30-year-old, nobody sees anything wrong with that. That's why when people say these things and you know they're like, "Oh, they're two consenting adults. This is going on. This is I think you should kind of look at that like, I mean, I'm in my late 20s right now, and I already, if a woman is like, you know what I'm saying, you feel me, Saeed? if a woman's in her like early 20s or like late teens and it's like she 18 though, bro, like I'm still like, they're talking about homework right now, bro. I haven't had homework in years. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. I always kind of look at people that deal with that large of an age gap. I kind of look at you sideways, regardless if y'all two consenting adults or not, because that's weird to me, bro. It's not the same age group. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Thought he speaking back.
I felt like my world ended on that day. My husband wasn't home at the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house. Because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie. And that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever. As soon as my husband got home, he was actually picking up the boys from school, my two older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that it would be suspicious. Like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best thing I could think of to just hurry up and get the kids out of the house. I'm sorry, I had to get myself together. So when I got to the hospital, they basically told me that we had to go to another hospital because they didn't do physical exams, like that kind of physical exam there. So a police officer escorted the kids and I to another hospital where they were able to evaluate my daughters. It ended up coming out that he had actually been touching both of my daughters, who are only 2 and 4 years old.
Burnout. We all experience it at some point.
Shout out to
It's so important to
BetterHelp
me that
on
I've actually been
BetterHelp is mad expensive. If I ever get the offer for a BetterHelp thing, you guys see me like BetterHelp, code Rashad, this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take the money and everything like that, but they mad expensive. Insurance, BetterHelp. But yeah. What did I want to say? What I want to say. I also think it's important to be yourself. This is a woman who is built, from what it sounds like, she's built a platform on telling women how to attract their dream man, to attract a providing man, all of these things and stuff like that. And I feel like that's a huge kind of just thing in this kind of past decade of content creation, of like self-improvement on the men's side. Like the red pill was huge a few years ago, and I feel like a lot of people in the last 2-3 years have kind of made fun of that and kind of woken up to that it was a lot of kind of just bull junk things of that, whatever and stuff. I believe in self-improvement, right? So if you tell me, Rashad, like, maybe shape up your struggle beard, keep a decent haircut at most times. And, maybe I like these colors on you. When you wear these colors, you look nice. And I like these shoes on you. And, present yourself better and use these colognes and stuff like that. That's good. That's all fine. That's fine. But when it comes to don't text a woman within the first 30 minutes when she texts you. After the first date, don't text her back. Like all of that, and you start kind of maneuvering and manipulating and presenting yourself to be someone who you're not, just to get more women or just to get more men in this case of what she seems like she's presenting as the trophy wife, and how to, act more feminine. If you're a tomboy, you're a tomboy. It is what it is. Like it might take you longer, feels like, to find the man that fits you best. But at least you're being yourself. If you're not being yourself, then you attract people that aren't even authentic because you weren't being authentic yourself. You weren't presenting an authentic image at first. That's just my take. He decided it's all on her. It's chickens coming home to roast, to roost. Excuse me, to roost. Yeah, yeah. All right, bet. We got 4 more minutes in this thing, and then we
It still feels like a dream. Like when when this first happened, I just kept waking up every day and just hoping that this was a dream. Because it's literally my worst nightmare. It's my worst nightmare. I myself am a product of RAPE. That's how I came to be.
That I do want to say this to that. I'm so sorry for her experiences. I'm sorry for all the trauma and things that she's had to battle to even come up to build the brand that she's built of Trophy Wife and things of that sort. I do want to apologize on that. You don't know people's story and people's background. I do feel like that's just reasonable and kind of being what they call it, I guess, responsible or whatever, just to say that.
And was also, abused as a child by a neighbor's husband. And I specifically prayed to God that my children would never, ever, ever have to go through this. And I'm just not quite sure how this happened, why this happened. I just don't know how he was able to get away with it and so sneaky. Because with my own trauma, I watch my kids like a hawk.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like them sitting on people's laps.
Yeah.
None of that. And he knows how much I cannot stand men like him. And to think like I couldn't even.
Bimma is coming up next. We got a minute left in this video. After that, I'm headed to the entire Bimma thing, and we'll be reacting to that. If I got clips and everything like that pulled up already.
Go to sleep in my own house and know that my children are safe. Just by me going to sleep, my children were left unprotected. So I don't know what the future of this channel is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to change the name or what. Yeah.
First of all, Keys, you gotta chill. Sahid, y'all gotta chill just a little bit. I gotta chill just a little bit. I feel bad for her. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I feel bad for her just because, like she said, she experienced that as a kid coming up, and now she's got to kind of go through all that trauma again with her kids now, and she's blaming herself. Obviously, it's pretty obvious she's blaming herself here. So I do feel bad for her. I think, like I said, the lesson is for everybody else watching this, because this thing has like 1 million views in a day. Yeah, this has 800,000 views in like 2 days. So he said no mercy. Everybody's seen this. I think the lesson that everybody should kind of learn from this is to be yourself and present the authentic, true version of yourself out in the dating market when you're meeting people or whatever, or looking for people to marry or looking for people to build families with. Because if you present an image that isn't authentic to who you are, then you're going to attract what? Inauthentic energies. And I think that's what she saw right here. She thought a dude was nice and everything like that. He had money, right? She married him. They have kids, and it turned out the dude is a sleazeball. I wonder why the dude was so inauthentic and not genuine. Maybe because you weren't. And I ain't no victim shaming. I ain't no victim blaming. I'm just saying, for going forward with everybody else, to be yourself and present the true thing and stuff like that. So he has something to say. She promotes nonsense content that has created toxic atmosphere, mentality, in this awful new era of dating. I haven't seen any of the content, but based off of just what her name was, Trophy Wife, and the content that she was putting out, that I heard she was putting out, and the fact that I heard that she was saying like marry a man, she married a man for money or whatever and stuff like that. They kind of mask it as saying I married a provider, but they really just saying like I married this dude for money. That's not it, bro. That's not it. It just ain't it. Keys, what Keys say. Girls got to think before they mess around and try to have kids. Facts. Girls and guys, bro. Girls and guys. I think both of them don't be like, you know what I'm saying? First of all, it takes two to tangle, right? And second is just like, people just don't be thinking, bro. Like, thinking with the wrong head. And it's so much to go into it. Obviously, you heard her background of kind of being damaged and everything like that. Or, I don't know. You have to be careful with words. Words matter. Of being taken advantage of as a child and everything like that. So, she's dealing with that and everything. And then she's kind of growing up and that's still there. I still don't know if she's fully dealt with that. And now it's being re-triggered again. So I think, like, what do you do when your mind's not all the way there? And our mind is, I don't know if it ever is all the way there because, we're human. We make mistakes, bro. It is, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think it's just a difficult thing. Key said, facts. People be all happy in the beginning, but forget they got to go see how bad and dark the facts. That's why it's important to be your true authentic self, I feel like, from the very beginning, because if you're telling the truth and you are who you say you are from the jump, ain't nobody gonna flip on you. People gonna be who they are 100 across the board. So yeah. All right, let's get to this Bimma stuff, bro. Y'all been asking for, or at least Keys has. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is okay. So the thing at Complex, it was a big thing this weekend at Complex Con in Las Vegas. Bimma, he's like a kind of a culture journalist. I remember I only know Bimma from one thing, but he's like been doing this for years and been working for years. I know him for he interviewed Tyler Creator one-on-one at a Converse sit down, and I think he might have done it twice actually through the years and stuff like that. Seems like a pretty cultured guy, everything like that. And he apparently criticized Yachty's concrete Air Forces. a lot of people a lot of other people like criticized them because they unveiled them at Complex Con and everybody was like, oh, and they just look like literal Air Forces with the concrete symbol at the bottom of them. It's kind of like I know guys that do custom shoes and custom forces and stuff like that just for the love of the game. The stuff looks so creative and it's so good. And then you give a platform and like 6 figures or $1 million to an influencer or a celebrity, and then they come back with this. I get the criticism. Here we go. Let me see. He said he criticized Boat and not even the shoe. Okay, all right. This is my first time watching this. I saved this for the channel. So, you know what I mean? He said, what he do to try to belittle him. So, my first time watching this, let's see what Bimma had to say.
Yachty's Air Force One completely missed the boat. Ahoy, mateys. This is your...
Yo. Hey, he came out swinging, won't it? Golly. The first line of it is a diss. Did it miss the boat? Ahoy, matey. Oh my gosh. That's disrespectful, bro. That's disrespectful.
Captain speaking. If this year was your first time listening to Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt.
Oh, yeah. I saw this part of the clip and I was like, oh yeah, he going crazy on Boat.
And the Black Album, can you really claim to be hip-hop's biggest sneakerhead? I mean, fam probably thinks Wu-Tang is a hot sauce, but enough of all that.
Yo, that's crazy. He said, what you say? It's all for content, though. People got to stop doing that, talking like that online, but trying to slurp them up in person. Facts, Keys. This is a fact, bro. See, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. I know I'm like numbers wise or whatever. I might be really low key, really underground, but I've been in some rooms in my career and in my lifetime, bro. And like, if I'm at the level I'm at, bro, not even 5,000 subscribers, not even 2,000 followers, bro. I know for people like Bimma and people like Speedy and stuff like that, I know they gotta live with what they say on this here internet. See, the thing about celebrities, bro, most of them jokers see everything, bro. I remember Anicia was just tweeting about it one time. She said, I never knew. I thought like celebrities would be too busy or something. Now that I'm at this certain position, I can tell you we see everything. They be on their phones, like, so it's like if someone's mentioning your name or something, it's going to pop up on your For You page, on your Explore page, whatever app. It's going to pop up on social media. Like, you're going to see it. And if you don't see it, someone's going to send it to you because did you see what so-and-so said about you? Bro, it's real. So anyways, but like I said, you just got to be willing to stand on it. And from what I seen from the clip at Complex Con, we're going to get to that. Bimma seemed like he was standing on what he said.
I'm Bimma, and you're in the Collab Lab. Today, let's talk about why Lil Boat's Uptowns probably should have stayed docked. Look, after a year of unwanted white-on-white Air Force One collabs, these just feel like a general release. Like, maybe throw these overboard. And don't even get me started on his It's Us ad-lib. It's way too close to Kip's Just Us. Nah, I'd have left that in the shipyard. And Sneaker News says that these are dropping at Complex Con. But let's keep it a beam. Travis Scott's about to steal that entire weekend. A better strategy for Yachty.
He's wrong with that one. It's crazy. Travis Scott performed, Playboy Cardi performed, and the craziest part of it all is that Lil Yachty and this Bimma back and forth to front. It's funny. So it's kind of like it worked out for the both of them.
Would be to create a moment of his own and bring some new ideas fresh off the boat. Collab cousins, are you jumping on board with these, or do they just make you seasick? Lil Yachty's Air Force One.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, at the end of the day, you said, tell me what you think.
You, sir, was dick sucking so hard on Instagram in your little apartment, talking shit about the sneaker.
See, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Keys, right? If you gonna get on Bimma for saying, oh, Little Boat missed the boat with the anchor and he ain't creative, he ain't hip hop. If you're gonna get on him for that, right? You gotta get on Yachty for saying your little apartment. You're like, yeah, nah, bro. If the Air Forces is unoriginal and the only thing that you did to the Air Forces was put your logo on the hill and he's criticizing it, You can't pull out the "but you broke though" card. You know why? You see, here's the thing. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to the sharing. Here's the thing about the "you broke though" card from celebrities. The only reason y'all rich is because the people. The people gotta buy the tickets if you play basketball. The people got to buy the tickets if you play football. If you're a professional athlete, people have to buy the tickets. If you're a musician, people have to buy the tickets to your show. People have to buy the merch. People have to stream your music. People have to buy your music for you to be rich. So what is this? Oh, you broke though. I ain't talking to nobody that ain't in my tax bracket. I'm the reason that you're in your tax bracket. That's like talking to a politician that you voted in, right? And then you're like, hey, man, I don't think you're doing this. I don't think you're doing that. And then they're like, hey, man, I'm the commissioner here. I'm the county commissioner. Joker, I voted for you. You work for me. My taxes go to your position and your salary. What are you talking about here? That's one thing that I never understood, and I will never get behind that. Oh, in your little apartment with your 20,000 views, Joker, this little apartment and me speaking on you has given you more clout and more coverage, more people speaking about your little shoes than anybody else would have been speaking about. I didn't even know about these shoes until this whole back and forth thing. So don't belittle somebody when they giving you the ability to do what you do for your money.
Oh. Man, talking about, he said, someone else said, but all this shoe isn't unique, and Yachty, Jay-Z, and New York, and blah, blah, blah. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. All that for 20,000 views and 500 likes. I hate. Well, hold on, I hate niggas like him. Because I can't even hear you. I don't even know what you're talking about. I hate niggas like him. But black niggas like that hating on another nigga. I don't know him. He don't know me. Just hating just to hate.
He's not hating just to hate. This is his job. It's his job, though. It's his job, bro. Like, if your job is to critique things, some things he's going to like, right? So some things he's going to be like, oh man, this Vince Staples album is really good. Or this these new Kyrie's, because it seems like sneakers is his beat, right? But the sneakers with rappers. Okay, J. Cole and Puma. These J. Cole Dreamerville ones from Puma are like cold. I really like this collection. It goes well with the Puma line of Skylar Diggins Smith and Breanna Stewart, things of that sort. He's going to say when he liked it. If he doesn't like something, he can say when he doesn't like something. So when he says he's just hating just to hate, it's literally his job to make a video, to make content, to write an article, to say, I like this, I hate this. That's his job. And say he started it. He's just doing his job. And Yachty has every right to clap back. But it's like, it's just certain things in the clapback that I pick up on. It's kind of like the whole, I hate to bring this up again because I brought it up 5 times on the channel already. It's kind of like the Kara situation, right? It's like the Kara situation. Okay, you guys can have your differences or whatever. You guys can just have conflicting and head-butting kind of personalities and things like that. That's fine. Groups break up. That's a part of music. It's like groups, they exist, they form, they have a peak, they break up. That's just how it goes, right? Because people are going to butt heads at any time. What I didn't like about that entire Kara situation and how it played out is how he publicly talked down on Kara. You don't have to publicly talk down on another person and say something, you know what I mean? It's Rashad Milligan and Surf Matt kissing in the tree. Who's Smurf at? I don't know who this is. The reacting ID just for Rashad is I don't even know what that is, my brother. But yeah. What am I saying? What am I saying, bro? That threw me off. I ain't gonna hold you. But like the Kara thing. So he was speaking down on Kara, and I didn't rock with that. It was just like, you don't have to speak on a person's how they do things or anything like that, just because you didn't agree with them. It doesn't make sense. He said, I wonder what Bimma said to him or asked him. Well, that's what we're about to get into. Here we go. All right, so here's the next thing that we're gonna be reacting to. And yeah. Hold on, let's see what they say. Yachty called Bimma out. Here we go. Here's his response.
Podcast.
Whew. Oh snap! He said the #1 podcast, so he talking big.
I rocked the boat at Complex Con. I was trying to strike a chord of creativity, but I guess I struck a nerve because where I'm from, we say a hit dog hollers. There's a difference between hate and a critique. The latter is a gift, and in return, you try to reduce me to a hater, provoked by Joe the Instigator. And even though y'all tried to have me standing up there silently, I didn't need a mic because the community stood with me. Now, no one on that panel has walked in these 11.5s. Let's talk about it. I work retail in Lil Louisiana, helped manage a Billy at Adidas and Yeezy, created a #1 podcast uplifting us, and spread 250K back to us. And last week, I pulled up on the Black students at the University of Oregon, then drove back to my mid-century in the burbs where the microwave is as excellent as my resume. Respectfully, I'm not telling you what you can't do. I believe in you. I'm just saying go further, go farther, go harder. Is that not why we came? And if not, then why bother? But enough of all that. I'm Bimma, and you're in the Collab Lab. I rocked the boat at Complex Con.
Hey,
I was trying to
talking that talk. That's exactly what I said, Keys. Keys, is that not what I just said? He's doing his job as a critique person. And he's someone who has a legitimate career. He's someone I heard of before with the entire sit downs with Tyler the Creator, with Converse and things of that sort. So he's someone who exists and stuff like that. So Cool Told, I have no idea what you're talking about, brother. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying right now. All right, but yeah. He pretty much, he was clapping back and he was talking that talk. It seems like a genuine kind of, but I mean, it's always been this thing, bro. He said he was critiquing him and not the shoe. It's the only thing. I get it. I see what you're saying. You're saying like all the saying like, is the boat on the right shoe? Did you know what Nas was before you started rapping, son? Like, I get that. You're saying he's belittling him. But I still feel like that's his art. Like, if he was saying, like, well, what else do we expect from a deadbeat? Like, now that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Tyler McQuad. I don't know who Tyler is, bro. Like, what is he talking about? Anyways, if it's about the shoe, keep it about the shoe. F you mean? I don't know, bro, because it's like the shoe goes under, like, right, with Yeezy, right? Yeezy is Yeezy. Yeezy is it was a $1 billion brand. I don't know what its value is now, but Yeezy and Kanye's fashion goes under why people would say Kanye's the best creative of his time, right? Pharrell's fashion, Pharrell's skateboarding, Pharrell's beats, Pharrell's singing, all goes under the umbrella of Pharrell's a great creative, right? Tyler the Creator, same difference. So it's like he's bringing up his music and everything like that, because you know what I mean. Like it just is what it is. Feel me? Like he's bringing up his music because it's a part of his creativity. He's using his music to say your music and your sound likes creativity. So I'm not surprised that your shoe likes creativity, which I don't agree with, because like Yachty's music is very, I feel like, innovative. When he came out with "Call Like Minnesota," you ain't never heard somebody do that. When he had the SoundCloud era and it was like, "I'm Ezra brother, I'm Ezra brother," I ain't never heard somebody sound like Yachty ever in my life when Yachty came out. And even now in this new era, when he's doing the wobbly voice, like when I heard all of that, like I've never heard anybody do that. You know what I mean? So it's just like this was something new. Everything like that, things of that sort. Let me see. Is there anything else before we get to it? I think that's it. That's all I wanted to say with that Yachty thing. That's how I feel about it. Yachty, at the end of the day, bro, he's gonna have to like start speaking to people in a better way. He's not speaking to people in a very respectful way. Like, it's a thing when you just start talking down on folks. And I understand it when people critique you all the time. Like they've been on Yachty since he's been famous. Yachty's been famous since like what, 18? It's like 17, 18 years old when he was famous. So people been on his head, you know what I'm saying, for like the past decade. So I get that when you want to snap and you want to clap back at everybody, but you have to be respectful of the person as a person and keep it to that thing. I felt like Bimma, he kept it to Yachty's work, right? He didn't say anything personal. Yachty went personal. Your small apartment. You don't have no money. You only had 20,000 views. You know what I'm saying? You a hater. Yeah, da, 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 da. You just talking just to talk. It's his job to talk, bro. And you didn't give Kara a career. I'm still stuck on that. Are you saying you gave Kara a career? Because no, you didn't, bro. Kara already had a following. Kara already had a following when you signed her. She dropped her first song. She immediately went up, bro. If anybody gave Kara a career, is whoever let her record, whether it was Bass Savage or Tiva Fox, bro. They the ones that gave Kara a career, or whoever shot her music video, bro. You didn't give Kara a career. You elevated Kara's platform and her motion that she already had going. So it's just like, just watch the way you're talking to people, bro. That's it. Okay, next thing. Oh, here we go. The Seattle Storm drama. So this is a thing we've been following for a little minute now. The Seattle Storm drama, things of that sort. And she said part 2 is out. But before I even want to get into reading it, what is Noelle Quinn being blamed for? This is Roberta. She's an independent journalist, and she's been doing like a series on breaking down all the Seattle Storm drama since it's kind of ensued and broke and all that good stuff. But here we go. Jewel Lloyd would have received a performance-based bonus from Nike if she finished the season with an average of 20-plus points per game. She fell just 0.3 points short, finishing at 19.7 points per game. J. Lee English, the agent herself, super agent from Clutch Sports. Side question: would you do a music review up on? Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. Send that junk to me, bro. I got my my email in the description. Just send it to me. I got you, and then I'll shout you out all that. J. Lee English, the super agent herself. She represents Asia Wilson, I believe, and she's with Clutch. She said, "I'm not going to comment on everything you have posted, but you are posting lies. This is not journalism." And she said, "I invite you to take a deeper look into it. People from Jewel's inner circle are saying that, blaming Noelle and Jewel for not meeting the bonus benchmark. That is important context for the situation. I understand that it's something frustrating to read, but don't attack my work for that. Somebody needs to revoke your journalism card." Somebody's lying here, bro. Somebody's lying here. The story sounds much more like Roberta, there's much more to the story. Your reporting reads more as one-sided gossip than journalism. I said that the last time. Okay, this one is just mean. Johnny, we don't need that in like on the internet. But yeah, this is exactly what I said when I read the first part. She was saying some things, but she was like giving like her opinion, and she's like, "I don't want to give my opinion. I just want to present the facts. But this is how I'm feeling." And I felt like even Christian was kind of doing that, but Christian just wrote it so well. Like I learned like new words and all that and stuff like that. But that's why it's important just to be down the middle when you present things, because when you like kind of include like I don't want to say feelings because that feels like I'm just throwing away what you said, but in less way than feelings. 2 days of journalism for this. Give some high schooler your job. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Dig in to find the problem. Okay. Wow. Yikes. The high schooler might not want it. This is crazy, bro. Let me see. So the alleged beef is the coaches and Skylar Diggins-Smith raised their voice and expectations of a professional team, and Jewel is upset because she didn't reach her goal and blames the coach, but not her student splits. This is messy. Okay, girl, I'm going to shut up, but this is full of bleep. And I understand you as a journalist have to put out the story, but this is all rushed, unintentional, and also here to say, not sure, neither do I care on whom you're gathering your info from, but this diminishing a person's character. Just know this, never mind, I won't even disclose. Let me see the full context of the mess you're trying to stir up. Ooh, he got 29,000 too. That joker probably know what he's talking about. I'm going to tell you this too. Just coming from me, a lot of my friends, or a lot of the people a lot of the people I know and speak with, the fans, they know and they get a lot more information than I do as a journalist, bro. I will tell you that right now, bro, because a journalist, everybody is scared kind of to talk to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people will talk to me, they'll say, "What's up?" We can have a conversation, everything like that. But like, they'll never get too comfortable or all the way comfortable with me for real, because I'm a journalist. And music is a bit different, especially with like more kind of underground artists and stuff like that. Because the more I speak about them, the more their name goes up and stuff like that, right? It's beneficial for them. But professional athletes already there, already made it and stuff like that, they're hesitant to open up to me more because they're scared if they slip up and say the wrong thing, I can mention it in an hour-long podcast, on someone else's podcast, on my YouTube channel, on Twitter, on in the Twitter Spaces. I've never been on Twitter Spaces, but in the Twitter Spaces, anything like that, right? So they're more cautious in their words of what they say to me, because one time I had this situation with Brandon Goodwin, formerly of the Hawks, now just a point guard, free agent point guard in the NBA, and somebody screen recorded him on Twitch, and they were donating to him and asking him why wasn't he playing for the Hawks, and asking him about his heart condition, and he said he felt like he got it from the jab. And so then dude posted the screen recording on Twitter. It went viral. I wrote the story on it. It was just semi-viral on Hawks Twitter. When I grabbed it, it shot up through the roof, bro. It shot up through the roof. It had like 100,000 views in like a day or two. And that like followed Brandon Goodwin's reputation. And he tweeted, he was like, "No more reporters on stream." So it's like, with me, even though I'm a more low-key journalist or whatever like that, it still has the potential to go viral and reach like millions of people and kind of change the trajectory of their careers. I say all that to say, people don't tell everything to reporters in the media. So these people in the comments that are saying you don't know what you're talking about, and they might just seem like fans, they probably have the direct source to what people actually are saying. That's why I don't say nothing until I know it for sure from someone who I ain't revealing my sources now, but that's why I don't say anything until I get direct stuff. You know what I mean? And for the most part, the fans know more stuff than us. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. I gotta order. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying is when fans say something, you have to believe them. I mean, don't believe them all the time, because sometimes people just be making up stuff for like interactions and stuff on social media. But a lot of times when people be looking at fans sideways, when people be looking at Sabria Whitaker sideways, I can tell you, I've seen Sabria Whitaker's relationship with these players and these organizations in the WNBA firsthand. Sabria Whitaker knows a lot more than a lot of the media. She knows a lot more than the media, than a lot of media members. I say majority of them, because people open up to her, and it's not just a direct, this is a member of the media. She cool with these people. I hope your claims are verified. Just dropped the entire fantasy trilogy. You're clearly in the chapter mode. Hope your claims are getting lawsuits. Why you use his picture? She consistently destroys our credibility on a daily basis. Sad. Are you reporting for page 6? Wow, you never been taken seriously by anybody who's sane. But apparently you're okay with being a half-hearted career. Gosh, and even a less attempt at being a good human. Yikes. Nike going to do that to her, pay the lady like the NFL. You need to tell your bonus or your PG or point guard or QB. They will help you get it. It took you 2 days to write say so little. Yikes. All right, but yeah. That's my thoughts on it, on like who's telling the truth here. I don't know who's telling the truth. I don't think we might get the truth. But Skylar Diggins-Smith posted this last night on Instagram. Don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell the truth about you. I don't know who's in the wrong. I don't know who's telling the truth on what's going on with the Skylar Diggins-Smith situation. Somebody said that Nneka and Skylar Diggins-Smith unfollowed Joel and vice versa, and like the team's splitting up. If that's true, and Skylar's posting that the team is falling, I don't think these reports are helping at all. If anything, it's hurting the team chemistry and stuff like that. I want to go back up to my chat here at the top. Sahib was talking about this. They said Caitlin Clark made Seattle crash out after that game. Yeah, that game was crazy, bro. I remember that game. It was one of those crazy games and stuff like that, real close. And it was one of those emotional kind of like post-game press conferences. They had a lot of them this season. That's why when these reports came out and the investigation from the league, it was so believable off top because they had a lot of like they had a lot of just like cussing and just like, I'm so disappointed in this team. I'm like, you guys are 20-4. They end up getting swept, but like they were like 20-4. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I think about that. That's the latest developments in the Seattle Storm, though. A new report came out, and Jay Lee English said, like, that's cap. That's not right. So let me hold on. Let me go to Jade's page because she had more tweets, and she said, I don't know who your sources are. I was scrolling down for it. I didn't see it here, so I'm going to go back here and see if it's on here. She said, let me get back off this app. She said, blue sky. That's funny. Let me see what she said. I'm not going to comment on one thing you said. Thank you so much, by the way, for that. I'm about to get off in a second. This is not journalism. She said something about like, I don't know who you talked to, your sources, but this ain't right. Hold on, she deleted it, but I got it in my phone. And then I'm going to get out of here on this. And you guys have a great night. I appreciate you all. You guys are the absolute best. This was a fun stream. You guys participated and stuff like that. It's so fun. I'm not going to go back and forth with you, and this will be my last comment. I think someone who has actually negotiated a contract can tell you and confirm that this statement is false. And whoever you're talking to doesn't have the right information. Yikes. That's crazy. Shout out to Jay Lee English. Shout out to Clutch Sports. Shout out to Asia Wilson. Until next time, my name is Rashad Milligan. As always, this is the road to 5K subs. I hope you all have a beautiful night and have a beautiful day. And whenever you're watching this, a beautiful morning. Until next time, please take care of yourselves.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question. Brandon, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.